What if you could basically read the minds of the customers right around the corner from your business? I mean, what if you knew exactly what they were searching for online, right at the moment they needed you? Well, today we're not just talking about local SEO. We are going to unlock a hyper-local spyglass that can make your business pretty much impossible for them to ignore. So, I want you to really think about this for a second. When somebody, a few streets over, needs what you offer, do they find you or do they find your competitor? For way too many local businesses, the honest answer is they're basically invisible. They're just not showing up when and where it counts, and that's just a huge, huge missed opportunity. And here is the core reason why this happens. The old school SEO rules, they just don't work here. It's a totally different ballgame. Ranking for some broad generic term across the whole country is completely useless when a potential customer is on their phone typing sushi near me. Local search is all about speed, need, and of course, super specific geography.
Now this is the holy grail for any local business. We're talking about the local pack. You know what I mean. It's that map, and it's those top 3 businesses that pop up first. They get all the attention, they get all the calls, all the clicks. Getting your business in there isn't just good SEO. No, it's like putting up a giant, flashing billboard on the busiest digital corner in your entire town. And that's exactly where we're aiming.
So how in the world do we get there? Well, we need a tool that lets us see what our local market is actually searching for. We're going to dive into Google's own keyword planner, but forget thinking of it as some big, complex, intimidating tool. For our purposes, just think of it as our powerful, surprisingly simple, hyperlocal spyglass.
And here's the real genius of using this approach. Before you spend even a single penny on advertising or waste hours creating content nobody sees, you can actually prove that there's a real, hungry market right in your own neighborhood. This is not about guesswork. This is all about making smart, data-backed decisions right from the get-go.
Okay, theory's great and all, but let's get our hands dirty, right? I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to zero in on your specific neighborhood and find the exact search terms that your future customers are typing into Google, maybe even as we speak. Believe it or not, it's a really simple 4-step process. First, you'll hop into Keyword Planner and click on Discover New Keywords. Easy enough. Now, step 2 is the single most important part of this whole technique. You have to change your location away from the default, which is almost always the entire country. Get specific. You can target by a zip code or even a tight radius, like a few miles around your business. And then finally, you'll add your general service keywords, things like pizza delivery or emergency repair. And here's the key, with no location names attached. And this brings me to the pro tip that makes this whole thing sing. Do not put city names or neighborhoods into your keywords at this stage. Why? Because you've already told Google where to look. By just putting in sushi delivery, you're letting the tool do the heavy lifting, combining that search term with the specific location you set. That's how you get the real, accurate local data.
All right, so the search is done. Now for the really fun part, finding the gold. What you're about to see isn't just a boring list of keywords. No, think of it as a treasure map to a hidden layer of customer demand happening right in your backyard.
Now you're going to notice 2 main types of keywords. The first kind are what we call explicit keywords. These are the obvious ones, where someone literally types the location, like plumber, Denver Tech Center. But the real magic, the hidden demand, is in the implicit keywords. These are terms like 24-hour emergency repair. They don't name a location, but because we already filtered our search, we know for a fact that people in our specific area are searching for it.
Think about it this way. These implicit keywords, they're the true, unfiltered voice of your local customer. They show you the actual problems, the real needs, and the exact language people are using in your neighborhood, even when they don't bother to type "near me." This is that hidden demand we've been looking for. This is the good stuff. And when you start looking at the data like this, you can get really strategic. So look at best pizza delivery. Yep, tons of searches, but look at that competition. It's through the roof. It's a bloodbath. But then look at emergency plumbing or 24-hour repair service. They still get a really solid number of searches every month, but the competition is low. That, my friends, is what we call an underserved niche. It's a golden opportunity you can jump on and dominate quickly.
Okay, so finding this data is an amazing first step, but it's totally useless if you don't actually do anything with it. So let's turn these incredible insights into a concrete action plan that's going to get you ranking.
Action number 1, you need to supercharge your Google business profile. This is your single most important local asset, period. Take those high-value, low-competition, implicit keywords you found and add them directly into your services list. Start creating Google Business posts that talk about those exact services, and use them to write and answer your own questions in the Q&A section, meeting your customers with the exact phrases they're already using.
All right, action 2. Take this intelligence and apply it to your website. If Keyword Planner just showed you that a specific zip code is a major hotspot for your services, we'll build a dedicated service area page just for the people in that zip code. Weave those keywords into your page titles, your headers, all over the page. You're essentially sending a giant signal to Google that says, hey, for this neighborhood, I am the most relevant result. And finally, action number 3, use this data to make your outreach so much smarter. Instead of just guessing who to partner with, you can now find the specific local blogs, the community websites, and the online directories that are already getting traffic for your most valuable keywords. You can build partnerships based on what you know for a fact your community is actually looking for. So, you see, it all comes down to this. This technique, it isn't really just about SEO or keywords or data. It's about listening. Every single day, people in your neighborhood are telling Google exactly what they need, what they want, and what their problems are. The only question left is, are you using the right tools to actually hear them?